Houston Rockets, 17-55 last year. They added Jalen Green, Şengün, Garuba, Christopher, Tice, and
Garuba.
subtractions, Kelly Olynyk, Sterling Brown. Much like OKC, I wouldn't expect much if I'm a Houston Rockets fan. This will be an up and down year. And Jalen Green, second overall pick, I love his game, but it takes volume scorers a bit of time to adjust to the NBA game. Recent example, Anthony Edwards. Last year in the first half of the season, he was very inefficient. Then he blossomed in the second half. I think something similar is going to happen with Green. I wouldn't expect much from Green out of the gate, and if he does, then that's just a testament to how great of a player he is. Gordon, Daniel House could be traded. Right now,
they need to be traded.
Right now, the starting lineup is Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Eric Gordon, Tice, and Christian Wood. I'm not a big fan of that lineup, but it'll do. I thought Jayshawn Tate would have been the starter. I like that they signed Armani Brooks to a guaranteed contract. I think Armani Brooks, he blossomed in Summer League. He's been showing out in preseason. Armani Brooks is a very good scorer, and he's a player that not many people are talking about because he's just making his rounds around the league and trying to find a roster spot. But I'm looking forward to watching Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Şengün, Armani Brooks, Kenyon Martin Jr., Şengün. I like Şengün a lot. And Riv, Giddey, Şengün, you're lower on overseas player. I wonder why that is. But I'm looking forward to seeing these players play. And I think their ceiling is a 12-13 seed, and floor is the worst seed in the Western Conference.
I think their ceiling is a 13 seed. It's the same thing with these young teams. I hope they get all the old guys out of there. Hopefully put them on playoff teams like Eric Gordon, like Daniel House, like Daniel Tice. I really want to see all the young guys play.
John Wall?
Yeah, John Wall. He's not playing anyway, so I really want to see all the young guys play this year. I want to see their development. I want to see how they look together. Armani Brooks, one of the best three-point shooters on that roster by far, one of the best in the league. I think this is a team that can definitely show some spurts, show some fight, show some competitive edge. Ceiling 13th seed, floor 15th. They're not going to be good. I just want to see them be competitive and, maintain that progression and hopefully see the young guys improve. I want to see Garuba play. I want to see Şengün play.
I think he's going to be good, Garuba.
Only time will tell. I want to see the hype around Şengün. I want to see these young guys play. So I'm interested to see how they manage everything. I hope the young guys get more.
Garuba's going to be an elite defender.
Şengün was a Turkish League MVP.
You heard? Garuba's going to be an elite defender.
Garuba's a role player.
Now, I have a question.
He locks up.
The starting lineup probably will be Kevin Porter at the 1, Jalen Green at the 2, probably Jason Tate at the 3.
Eric Gordon starting at the 3.
That's terrible.
I thought they said Tate was starting.
Nah, Eric Gordon started for them in preseason. Starting lineup.
So you'd have Christian Wood at the 5. Who's playing the 4 for them?
Tice.
Okay, that's not a horrible starting 5. Now, I am looking for Kevin Porter to... It's not horrible. I mean, it's bad, but it's not terrible.
They're one of the worst teams in the league, though. That's pretty horrible.
I agree. But I do think Kevin Porter Jr. is going to continue to break out as a ball player. I think that his playmaking ability is exciting to watch. I think that he's more than capable as a scorer as well. I think that Jalen Green, obviously, I'm not sure if it's an immediate impact, but I think he will leave a mark on his team sometime during this season, whether it be just before the All-Star break, just after the All-Star break. I think sometime during this season we'll see a flash of Jalen Green and what he's going to be for the future. I wish John Wall would play with these guys, but I understand. And like you said, I do want to see the young guys actually get some burn, get some chemistry together, because the Rockets are built for the future. With Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green by themselves, that backcourt is very firm. I am very high on Kevin Porter Jr. He showed a few flashes last season. And Jalen Green obviously has the ceiling of being one of the best scorers in the NBA eventually. Christian Wood, if he continues to develop and go on this upward trend that he's been on over these last few seasons, the Rockets will be all right. I just don't think, obviously, that this is their time this season at least. I think their ceiling could probably, maybe 12, depending if Christian Wood continues to play well, if Kevin Porter Jr. continues to develop at the pace that he's been developing, and Jalen Green obviously is who he says or who we think he's going to be, maybe their ceiling is 12, but given the entirety of this roster, their floor for me would probably be around that 14-15 rank too, but I personally don't believe that they'll be that. I think that they'll probably be around 13-14.
This is a like we've been covering the last couple of teams. This is obviously a very young team. Headlined by Jalen Green, their second pick overall. Pardon me. Then they got Kevin Porter. Then they have Christian Wood. I mean, like this is just gonna be a developmental year for this team. I mean, don't expect
Is Jalen your rookie of the year?
No, it's Cade Cunningham. But don't like as a Rockets fan, don't expect much from this team. You heard the starting lineup that they're gonna roll out. That team that lineup's not gonna win a lot of games.
Sucks.
I think just to keep it short and sweet, I think this team has a chance to be the worst team in basketball.
Is Jalen Green your rookie of the year?
It's Cade Cunningham.
Is Jalen Green your rookie of the year? So the consensus at this table is Cade Cunningham wins rookie of the year.
He has Josh Giddey. We have Cade Cunningham. But I mean, all jokes aside, I mean,
Josh.
You guys
hopes
covered pretty
one
much
day
everything.
In praise, he can be Cade Cunningham. That's literally what he does.
Imagine if 5 years from now, Josh Giddey is better than Cade
The
Cunningham.
world would have ended. So it's not happening. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's a terrible take.
I'm just, you never know what can happen.
Young team.
Look, because
Not
if
good.
it were to happen, now he'll go back into the vault. I said it right here. I said Josh Giddey would be better than Cade Cunningham.
Houston's gonna be in a lot of games, bro.
Yeah, I think so. They're
gonna lose a lot of games.
They are gonna lose, but this roster will be competitive.
They will beat the Bulls, I believe.
They'll
Maybe the Knicks too.
They'll competitively
Nah, not the
lose.
Knicks.